Hello. Today we are doing 25 to 28. Epic. Okay, let's cruise. The Lord said to Moses, "Tell the Israelites to bring me an offering. You are to receive the offering for me from everyone whose heart prompts them to give. These are the offerings you are to receive from people: gold, silver, bronze, blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, and fine linen, goat hair, ram skins, dyed red, and other type of durable leather, acacia wood, olive oil for the light, spices for the anointing oil, and for the fragrant incense, and onyx stones and other gems to be mounted on the ephod and breastpiece. Then make them a sanctuary for me, and I will dwell among them. Make this a tabernacle, and all its furnishings exactly as the pattern I show you. Have them make an ark of acacia wood, 2.5 cubits long, and 2.5 cubits wide. No, a cubit and a half wide, and a cubit and a half high. Overlay with pure gold, both inside and out, and make a gold mold around it. Cast 4 gold rings for it to be fastened to them for its 4 feet, with 2 things on one side and 2 rings on the other. Then make the poles of acacia wood and overlay them with gold. Insert the poles into the rings on the sides of the ark to carry it. The poles are to remain in the rings of the ark. They are not allowed to be removed. Then put the ark on the tablets in the covenant law which I give you. Make an atonement cover of pure gold, 2.5 cubits long and a cubit and a half wide, and make 2 cherubim of hammered gold on the ends of the cover. Make 1 cherubim at the end and the 2nd cherubim on the other. Make the cherubims of one piece with the cover at the 2 ends. The cherubim are to have their wings spread upward, overshadowing the cover with them. The cherubim are to face each other, looking towards the cover. Place the cover on top of the ark, and put the ark, the tablets of the covenant law, which I will give you, there above the cover between the 2 cherubim that are over the ark of the cherubim law. I will meet with you and give you all my commands for the Israelites. Make a table of acacia wood, 2 cubits long, a cubit wide, and a cubit and a half high. Overlay it with pure gold, and make the gold molding around it. Also make around it a rim a handbreadth wide, and put a gold molding on the rim. Make 4 gold rings at the table end and fasten them to the 4 corners, where the 4 legs are. The rings are to be closed to the rim, and hold the poles to use to carry the table. Make the poles of acacia wood, overlay them with gold, and carry the table with them, and make its plates and dishes of pure gold, as well as pitchers and bowls are poured out of offerings. Put the bread in the presence of the table to be before me at all times. The lampstand. Make a lampstand of pure gold. Hammer its base and its shaft, and make the flower-like cups, buds, and blossoms one piece with them. 6 branches are to extend from the sides of the lampstand, 3 on one side and 3 on the other. 3 cups shaped like almond flowers with buds and blossoms are to be on one branch, 3 on the next branch, and the same for all 6 branches extending from the lampstand. And on the lampstand there are to be 4 cups shaped like almond flowers with buds and blossoms. 1 bud shall be under the first pair of branches extending from the lampstand, a 2nd bud under the 2nd pair, and a 3rd bud under the 3rd pair. 6 branches in all. The buds and branches shall all be of one piece, with the lampstand hammered out of pure gold. Then make it 7 lamps, and set them up on it so they light up the spaces in front of it. Its wick trimmers and trays are to be of pure gold. A talent of pure gold is to be used for the lampstand that make all these sorceries. See that you make them according to the pattern shown to you on the mountain. The tabernacle, 26. Make the tabernacle with 10 curtains of finely twisted linen and blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, with cherubim woven into them by a skilled worker. All the curtains are to be the same size, 28 cubits long and 4 cubits wide. Join 5 of the curtains together. And do the same with the other 5. Make loops of blue material along the edge of the end curtain in one set, and do the same with the end of the curtain on the other set. Make 50 loops on one curtain and 50 loops on the end curtain of the other seat, with the loops opposite each of them. Then make 50 gold clasps and use them to fasten the curtains together so that the tabernacle is a unit. Make curtains of goat hair for the tent over the tabernacle, 11 altogether. All 11 curtains are to be the same size, 30 cubits long and 4 cubits wide. Join 5 of the curtains together into one set, and the other 6 into another set. Fold the 6th curtain double at the front of the tent. Make 50 loops along the edge of the curtain in one set, and also along the edge of the end curtain in the other set. Then make 50 bronze clasps and put them on the loops to be fastened the tent together as a unit. As for the additional length of the curtains, the half curtain that is left over is to hang down at the rear of the tabernacle. The tent curtain will be a cubit longer on both sides. What is left will hang over the sides of the tabernacle as to cover it. Make for the tent a covering of ram skins dyed red, and over the covering of the other durable leather. Make upright frames of acacia wood for the tabernacle. Each frame is to be 10 cubits long and a cubit and a half wide, with 2 projections set parallel to each other. Make all the frames of the tabernacle in this way. Make 20 frames on the south side of the tabernacle, and make 40 silver bases to go under them, 2 bases for each frame, and 1 under each projection. For the other side, the north side of the tabernacle, makes 20 frames, and the 40 silver bases, 2 under each frame. Make 6 frames for the far end, that is the west end of the tabernacle, and make 2 frames for the corners at the far end. At these 2 corners, they must double from bottom all the way to the top and be fitted to a single ring. Both shall be like that. So there will be 8 frames and 16 silver bases, 2 under each frames. Also make the crossbars of acacia wood, 5 for the frames on one side of the tabernacle, and 5 those on the other side, and 5 for the frames in the west at the far end of the tabernacle. The center crossbars extend from end to end in the middle of the frames. Overlay the frames with gold and make the gold rings hold the crossbars. Also overlay the crossbars with gold. Set up the tabernacle according to the plan shown to you on the mountain. Make a curtain of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, and finely twisted linen, with cherubim woven into it by a skilled worker. Hang it with gold hooks on 4 posts of the acacia wood, overlaid with gold standing hang with hooks on 4 posts of the acacia wood, overlaid with gold and standing on 4 silver bases. Hang the curtain from the clasp and place it on the ark of the covenant law beyond the curtain. The curtain will separate the holy place from the most holy place. Put the atonement cover on the ark of the covenant law in the most holy place. Place the table outside the curtain on the north side of the tabernacle, and put the lampstand opposite on the south end. For the entrance of the tent, make a curtain of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, and finely twisted linen. The work of an embroiderer. Make gold hooks for this curtain, and 5 posts of acacia wood overlaid with gold, and cast 5 bronze bases for them. 27. Build an altar of acacia wood, 3 cubits high. It is to be square, 5 cubits long and 5 cubits wide. Make a horn at each of the 4 corners, so that the horns of the altar are of one piece, and overlay the altar with bronze. Make its utensils out of bronze. Its pot is to remove the ashes, and its shovels sprinkling bowls. meat forks and fire pans. Make a grating for it. A bronze network, and make a bronze ring out at each of the four corners of the network. Put it under the ledge of the altar, so it is halfway up the altar. Make poles of acacia wood for the altar, and overlay them with bronze. The poles are to be inserted into the rings, so that they will be on the two sides of the altar. When it's carried, make the altar hollow out of boards. It is made just as you were shown on the mountain. Make a courtyard for the tabernacle. The south side shall be 100 cubits, not 600. Shall be 100 cubits long, and it is to have curtains of finely twisted linen. The 20 posts and 20 bronze bases with the silver hooks and bands of posts. The north side shall also be 100 cubits long, and is to have curtains with 20 posts and 20 bronze bases with silver hooks and bands on the posts. The west end of the courtyard shall be 50 cubits wide, and have curtains with the 10 posts and 10 bases, the east side towards the sunrise. The courtyard shall also be 50 cubits wide. Curtains 50 cubits long are to be on one side of the entrance, with 3 posts and 3 bases, and curtains 15 cubits long on the other side, with 3 posts and 3 bases. For the entrance to the courtyard provide a curtain 20 cubits long of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn and finely twisted linen, the work of an embroiderer, with 4 posts and 4 bases. All the posts round the courtyard are to have silver hands and hooks. The bronze bases of the courtyard shall be 100 cubits long, and 50 cubits wide, with curtains of finely twisted linen, 5 cubits high, and with bronze bases. All the other articles used in the service of the tabernacle, whatever their function, including all the tent pegs for it and those of the courtyard, are to be of bronze. Command the Israelites to bring me clear oil of pressed olives for the light of the lamps, for the lights of the lamps may keep burning in the tent of meeting, outside the curtain that shields the ark by the covenant law. Aaron and his sons are to keep the lamps burning before the Lord from evening till morning. This is to be a lasting ordinance among the Israelites from generations to come. 28. Have Aaron your brother come to me from among the Israelites, along with his sons Nadab and Eleazar and Ithamar, so they may serve me as priests. Make sacred garments for your brother Aaron, and give him dignity and honor. Tell all the skilled workers to whom I have given wisdom in such matters, that they are to make garments for Aaron for his consecration, so he may serve me as a priest. These are the garments they are to make: a breastpiece, an ephod, a robe, a woven tunic, a turban, and a sash. They are to make these sacred garments for your brother Aaron and his sons, so they may serve me as priests. Have them use gold, blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, and fine linen. Make an ephod of gold and of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, and its finely twisted linen, the work of skilled hands. It is to have 2 shoulder pieces attached to 2 of its corners, so it can be fastened. Its skillfully woven waistband is to be like it. 1 piece with the ephod, and made with gold, and with blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, and finely twisted linen. Take 2 onyx stones and engrave them on the names of the sons of Israel, in the order of birth, 6 names on the stone, and the remaining 6 on the other. Engrave the names of the sons of Israel on the 2 stones, and make a gem. Engrave the names of the sons of Israel on the 2 stones, the way a gem cutter engraves a seal. Then mount the stones on a gold filigree setting, and fasten them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod as memorial stones for the sons of Israel. Aaron is to bear the names on his shoulder as memorial before the Lord. Make gold filigree settings, and 2 braided chains of pure gold, like a rope, and attach the chains to the setting. Fashion a breastplate, making decisions for making decisions, the work of skilled hands. Make it like the ephod of gold and of purple and of blue and scarlet yarn and of finely twisted linen. It is to be a square, a span long and a span wide, with a folded double. Then mount 4 rows of precious stones on it. The first row shall be carolin, crystal, and beryl. The second row shall be turquoise, lapis lazuli, and emerald. The third row shall be jacinth, agate, and amethyst. The fourth row shall be topaz, onyx, and jasper. Mount them on the gold fig tree setting, and there are to be 12 stones for each of the names of the sons of Israel, which engrave like a seal of the name of one of the 12 tribes. For the breastplate, make braided chains of pure gold, like a rope. Make 2 gold rings for it and fasten them to the corners of the breastplate. Fasten them to the 2 corners of the breastplate. Fasten the 2 gold chains to the rings at the corners of the breastpiece, and the other ends of the chains to the 2 settings. Attach them to the shoulder pieces at the ephod in front. Make 2 gold rings, attach them and 2 corners of the breastplate on the right edge next to the ephod. Make 2 gold rings, attach them at the bottom of the shoulder pieces of the front ephod, close to the seam, just above the waistband of the ephod. The rings of the breastplate are to be tied to the rings of the ephod with blue cord, connecting to the waistband, so that the breastpiece will not swing out from the ephod. Whenever Aaron enters the holy place, he is to bear the names of the sons of Israel over his heart on the breastpiece of decision, as continual memorial before the Lord, also putting the Urim and the Thummim in the breastplate, so they may be over Aaron's heart whenever he enters the presence of the Lord. Thus Aaron will always bear the means of making decisions for Israelites over his heart before the Lord. Make the robe of ephod entirely out of blue cloth, with an opening for the head in its center. There shall be a woven edge like a collar around the opening, so it will not tear. Make pomegranates of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn around the hem of the robe, with gold bells between them. The gold bells and pomegranates are to alternate around the hem of the robe. Aaron must wear it when he ministers. The sound of bells will be heard when he enters the holy place before the Lord and when he comes out, so that he will not die. Make a plate of pure gold and engrave it on the seal, holy to the Lord. Fasten a blue cord to it and attach it to the turban. It is to be on the front of the turban. It will be on Aaron's forehead, and he will bear the guilt involved in the sacrificed gifts the Israelites consecrated. Whatever their gifts may be, it will be on Aaron's forehead continually, so that they will be acceptable to the Lord. Weave the tunic of fine linens and make a turban of fine linens. The sash is to be the work of an embroiderer. Make tunics, sashes, and caps for Aaron's sons to give them dignity and honor. After you put these clothes on your brother Aaron and his sons, anoint and ordain them. Consecrate them so that they may serve me as priests. Make linens undergarments as covering for the body, reaching from the waist to the thigh. Aaron and his sons must wear them whenever they enter the tent of meeting or approach the altar or minister to the holy place, so that they will not incur guilt and die. This is to be the lasting ordinance for Aaron and his ancestors and his descendants. Holy moly, that was a lot of cubits and instruction. Thank you, Lord, that I am under Jesus' protection. Amen.